morning, YouTube. Welcome to the Reptile Barn. So for today's vlog, I had an idea. We had a friend over here who's thinking about getting into breeding and just kind of was wondering what all we do. You know, what's our daily routine, if you will. And you know, when you're working with live animals, there isn't just a daily routine. There's some stuff that you do daily, but there's just kind of whatever needs to get done, you got to do it. So I've decided to write up a list of things that need to get done today and give you all a snapshot of what we do every day. Now I know lots of you are breeders, and so almost all of this will be the same things you all do. However, I'm sure that there's people out there watching who aren't breeders, and so when you're watching this channel or the other channels of some of these other breeders here, this is kind of what we do. So I'll show you the list. My beautiful handwriting. My brother usually does the rodents, but he has been pretty sick, so I'm doing a couple things in there. I just needed to fill up their reservoir of water. Got some hatchlings that have all shed out, need to get set up. The boas and the monitor need their water cleaned out in fresh water. The roaches need to have their bin cleaned out, and I need to feed them. I'm going to try and do some of the live feedings tonight, although I'm not going to show that on camera. We're always answering inquiries and comments. That's just kind of a constant thing throughout the day. A snake check, I actually already did. I also did fill up the mouse waters already. Snake check, I'll kind of talk about what we do, but I've already done that today. Then we need to edit the vlog and update, you know, Facebook and whatever as far as social media. So let's get to it. I'm gonna scratch that off, and I did snake check earlier today. So, as far as snake check, basically we just open up every single bin. Every snake gets opened up, and we look at them, make sure they're good. If there's any spot cleaning that needs doing, we'll spot clean during this. If there's any waters that are low, we'll either give them fresh water or just fill up the one in there, depending on how recently we've cleaned out all the waters. And that's the snake check. We want to check on every animal every day. So let's set up some hatchlings. We're doing this clutch. This was a mystic potion to a normal. This actually, for those of you who've been watching for a while, this was the clutch that we didn't think was going to survive. It was the one that we thought was egg bound. The female ended up being able to lay them all herself, though. No aspiration or surgery was needed. She got them all out, and they went full term, and they're healthy, wonderful looking babies. Bunch of Mojaves and Mystics in here. So we're gonna set them up. We have expanded out a bunch of fresh cocoa. This is the Reptile chip. We love this stuff. It's worked great for us, and the snakes seem to like it. Fill it up. Alright, so yeah, we just have come to rely on Reptile chip. We really like this stuff. We've tried a bunch of beddings. We used to use paper, but we have switched entirely over to Reptile chip, and we're not endorsed by them or anything, of course. We just really like the product. I really like that it stays fluffy, I guess would be the word. It allows the baby ball python specifically to kind of shimmy down into it and use it almost as a hide, so that anywhere in their little tub that they want to go, they can feel secure, and they will. They'll completely bury themselves in it, especially the more timid ones. So we really like it for that factor. The baby ball pythons, since we switched to Reptile chip, they have absolutely been eating better, without question. It's not even close. We used to have, 5% of all our babies would take weeks and weeks and weeks to get them really eating well. And So far this year, it's 0. Every single baby that we've hatched has eaten immediately, basically, upon shedding, obviously. And so we've really liked this stuff. I put a pretty thick layer in the bottom. Obviously, if you just use a little bit, that kind of burrowing effect won't be there as strongly. But we like to use a nice thick couple inches of it. Time to fill up some waters. All right, let's grab some babies here. Looks like a nice Mojave here. I'll probably put them in their bins and then sex them at the end. Sorry guys, I could not even pick them up, let alone sex them with one hand. So we got 2 male Mojaves, 3 female mystics, and 1 male mystic from that clutch. So now I'm going to write on their feed cards what their genetics, item number, and gender is. Time to clean some water bowls on these boas. So, you know, cleaning the boas waters turned into playing with the boas here. But, yeah, I can't get enough of these guys. This is Little Ann, the female. She's much easier for us to handle. Plus, you know, her tank is on top, so just human nature. She tends to be the one we pull out more. But we work with Big Dan, too. So, I really hope that she breeds for us this year, because we already have a bit of a waiting list. So, really hoping she goes for us. She's put on enough size. It's totally safe to breed. In fact, last year she was even big enough. It was more Big Dan, honestly. The breeding, we tried it for a couple weeks. It seemed like it was taking a lot out of him. He was already starting to lose weight, so we just cut them and gave him another year. So they've been eating really well. I'm pretty confident that the rigors of breeding won't be too much for them. And then it just, you know, depends on her if her body feels up for it or not. So I'm really hopeful. I can't even describe how excited I would be to come in and see just little boas all over her cage. That would just be the most exciting thing. Totally gorgeous species. In my opinion, one of the most beautiful snakes on Earth. That's why we got them. I just fell in love with them when I discovered them several years back. And Dominican red mountain boa, Chilobothra striatus. Highly recommend everyone who wants to look into this semi-arboreal species. Now I'm gonna actually clean her water bowl. You know, this is really this is what it's like to be a snake breeder, I guess. You know, you go to do your work and you end up just playing with snakes. But love this girl. Love this girl. Totally sweet temperament. Great to handle. She doesn't even really pee on me anymore. She used to pee on me every time I picked her up, but she's been doing really well. I love the semi-arboreal nature of them. The climbing, just totally different from the ball python. So I'll let her go back in her cage, and I will actually go clean her water bowl out. Here's Big Dan. He also, wants food. You can tell from his posture. He's highly interested right now. He would definitely grab me if I were to reach in there. So I'll give him a minute to calm down, grab his water, and I will be off to clean those water bowls. Let's grab little Blue's water. See how his light just turned off? It's actually evening here. And he is like an early to bed, early to rise kind of guy. Okay, so I got some tasks checked off. Like I said, I already checked snakes earlier today, as well as I filled up the water reservoir for the mice. So we still got to do some computer things, and I may do some live feedings, but I'm not sure. It's getting late. Got to put the kids to bed. We'll see. But anyway, either way, I wouldn't do that on camera. So yeah, I just felt like doing a snapshot kind of video. There's never there's never nothing to do, if that makes sense. You can always be doing something to clean up or to improve something, organize something in a better way, find a better product. I mean, just the snake bedding that we've tried paper and all the different woods, and we've kind of settled on this Reptile chip. But yeah, as far as the bugs they're eating, in case anyone's curious, Repashy Bug Burger is kind of their staple, and we do feed them a lot of homegrown produce as well, fruits and veggies and stuff that we grow here completely organically, so it's safe for them. And they thrive. I mean, they're doing awesome. You saw them going crazy in there. As soon as I put the food in, they start swarming in there. So yeah, that is a snapshot of our day. Many days there'll be other things when we're building racks or putting up sheds or unboxing things, shipping things off. There's a bunch of other things we do, but that's kind of a typical day in the life of the Reptile Barn. Hope you liked it. Hope it wasn't too boring. I know it was just kind of a let's work on stuff kind of day. But yeah, so go ahead and check us out on other social media if you want to, or just comment down below, or you can email us. Any way you contact us, we try and get back to you as fast as we can. And until next time, we're the Reptile Barn.